And allow yourself to be here and now. Allow for your body to relax. Thank you, beautiful body, for moving so much throughout the day, for always being able to sustain yourself and your energy. You are amazing. You are beautiful. You are loved. And today's about you. Being willing, able, and ready to let go of parts of yourself that you're still holding on to. Stories. I want you to bring in your intention today. Why are you here? Transformation can happen in an instant if you allow yourself to go there. It doesn't have to take a long time. Are you willing to trust in the process today of allowing yourself to go there? Are you willing to trust in me to guide you in this beautiful process of forgiveness, so you can return to the truth, to your inner child? Because see, the body, the life force energy, it flows smoothly until events in the past interrupt that flow. And I like to visualize like a gum being stuck inside of the body when something happens, when emotions were not expressed, when somebody hurt us. There's a clog, there's a gum that is stuck inside of the body. And when we go through that process of forgiveness, we are scraping that gum, allowing for the life force energy to flow smoothly through the body, so we can express ourselves, so that way there's no interference between source, between life force flowing through the body, our own full self-expression. When we forgive, thank you for being vulnerable. When we cry, we release all of that pain out of the body, so it no longer becomes part of who we are. I want you to really go there. Allow yourself to go there. Now step into the shoes of another individual that is involved and look at the situation from their point of view. Talk how they would talk. And if they use cuss words, use cuss words. But really allow yourself to be in their shoes and express yourself from their point of view, from their life experience, from the person who they are. From the point of view that perhaps maybe at that point, this is the best thing they could have done. From the point of view of their life experience, their baggage, not knowing what you know, only what you believe they know. So go ahead now and express yourself through the point of view of the other person involved. What is it like to realize that every little interaction is just a story that we create in our head? I like that you guys are meditating, huh? That's good. I liked your eye gazing that was going on there. But what is it like to see the same situation from different perspectives? Realizing that everything is really just a point of view. And then that point of view just is stuck on repeat, like a cassette inside of our mind. Was that good for you guys? Was that good for everyone? Was it hard for people to hold space? Was it hard for anyone to hold space subjectively? Would you like to share why? You want to hug her? Yeah. And that's what we want to do sometimes, and a lot of people want to take away, sometimes trying to help one another. When in reality, the only person that can help us is who? Ourselves. Because people are unaware what it means to hold space because we haven't educated them on how to hold space for us. We are the ones that set the container for people how to hold space subjectively. And that's the only way we can come to our own realizations, is without needing any feedback, without needing any nodding of the head, approval, without needing any opinion. So when we can ask people to hold space for us subjectively is when we can release and let go and have our own aha moments. And it doesn't make us feel like we're crazy because there's someone there that we're releasing through. But the natural tendency is to want to help. This is why it's our job to ask people how to hold space. Because that's where the real transformation comes from. And when we release there's so many different situations to release, so many things to forgive every single day. Every time we forgive, we let go, what happens is the battery of the heart, it's depleted because of all the things that happened to us throughout our lives. When we were little kids, it was full. We were joy, we were bundled, we didn't care. We wanted to play in the playground. Whoever wanted to play, we didn't care. We just continued to play and have fun. What happened throughout the years is people's opinions, ideas, parents, conditioning, it's depleted the battery of love, the battery of self-expression, the limitless nature. And now our job is to figure out how to recharge this battery of love again, so that way we can express ourselves fully and not care about what people say, because it's not about them. And until we charge this battery fully through forgiveness, through holding space, through the different shaking, dancing, we're not full. We're not feeling what it means to be truly ourselves, because we allow for the noise of the past to stop us from our full expression. So now let's do the exercise the other way. So for the number 2, raise your hand. Are you ready to share? Okay, and number 1, do you know how to hold space? Yeah? Okay, let's do it. So first, it's you in the situation or the circumstance, your own story, and express yourself the way you would normally if you were not holding back. Whenever you are ready, thank each other for helping each other release, let go. For being vulnerable. See, nobody wants us to be perfect. Everybody just wants us to be real, raw, authentic. Nobody wants to see a mask. It's not fun. And what makes us so unique are those stories that we have from the past. But they don't have to define us. Most people have so much anger inside of their body that it eventually manifests into different forms of disease. And forgiveness is a daily practice of allowing for life force energy to flow smoothly through the body, so that way you can express yourself and not allow for any of the noise to still be there, including your own. So has anyone here had like something that they're passionate about, but they find a way to either talk themselves out of it, or thinking that they're not good enough, or they can't make money doing it that way? Has anyone had something like that? It's because there's stagnant energy in the body that's not our own from our past stories that is interfering from the limitless potential that we are. Because who's the one that says you can't do it? Us. It's the energy that is in the body from past interaction, from the limitations, from the fear that if we may be ourselves, that we may be judged, or people may walk away from our lives. But at the end of the day, who did we come here for? Who is the only person we need to please? who is the only person we can make happy at the end of the day. But people just don't know how to hold space for us, so we have to be the ones to educate them about this process of holding space without needing any feedback in return, so we can release and let go of all the stuff that we're holding on to. Because when there's nothing left inside, when there's no more pain, because we've done our forgiveness practice enough, that we're a clear vessel, we're a clear channel to unconditional love and any type of expression that comes through. Because there's nobody to interfere with it. There's nobody to say no. Our cup is full. And there's a beautiful practice that helped me actually heal over 20 years of abuse after I discovered in ayahuasca how much anger I had inside of my body toward my own mother. I mean, I hated the way that I looked. I looked at plastic surgeries because I resembled the person that abused me my whole life. And every time I'd look in the mirror, I would just see her, and I hated the way that I looked. And ayahuasca showed me that there was anger in the body, and that I had to find a way to love. But it's an everyday practice. So I discovered this beautiful song I want to share with you called Oponopono. Is anyone familiar with Oponopono? Okay. And then I'm going to play this song for you, and then I created actually a danceable version to Oponopono. So we'll of course I did. By the way, for those of you that don't know me, whenever I have an intuition to create something, it could be done by the end of the day if it's a song. It could be done by the end of the day on YouTube or on Spotify, or if it's a video, or if it's a book. I've got a bunch of books, including some audiobooks I brought today of myself. But it's a clear channel. And this is what I'm transmuting to you guys today, is that you can do it and you must do it. The forgiveness practices, so you can be a clear conduit to unconditional love, to the gifts that wanted to be unleashed from within you that make the world a better place. Whether it's a book, a poem, a word, a hug, speaking up, whatever it is, what's meant for you, everyone is waiting for you to do it, because you are the missing piece of the puzzle. And if you don't do it, then those that need you never receive the gifts that you have to offer. Because you are stuck in the stories of the past, of not being good enough, not being able to forgive, thinking that somehow things happen personally when they're not, because everyone is truly doing their best with their past memories, with their childhood wounds, and we never know what people have gone through. For example, my mother, before she passed away from cancer in 2015, she told me her brothers abused her when she was little. She didn't even know that story of abuse karmically transferred on, so she was projecting it onto me. She had no idea. Yet I took it personally growing up, thinking I wasn't good enough at anything that I did. I was always angry. We don't know the other person's story. And they may not know it themselves either. That's why they're doing their best. And it's our job in this lifetime to find a forgiveness practice and make it our daily ritual, and dance and do anything we can to get that stagnant energy out of the body, to ask for people to hold space for us. Because forgiveness is the path to everything. To all the love that you want to experience in this lifetime, which is your infinite expression, it all begins with forgiveness. All of it. Daily practice, forgiving toward ourselves for being so harsh. So here's a beautiful song for you called Oponopono. And I invite you to implement this into your daily rituals. And if you do it every day for at least 33 days, you are gonna see how your life changes. And it becomes amazing. This is the song that helped me recharge the battery of the heart after over 20 years of abuse. Because I realized that I am loved by the Mother, which is everywhere. Now, what would life be like if we always return back to our inner child, realize how much our inner child needs us. Have compassion for that child. What would life be like if in the instant we are triggered by something somebody says, we can return back to that inner child and see that person from that view?
The power of you
Because we are all just kids in grown-up bodies.
The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now.
Although our body changes and we may appear as adults, grown-ups, the little kid inside of us still stays the same. All we want to do is play, is to express ourselves, to feel like somebody's listening, be excited, to feel like somebody cares, to feel like we're making the lives of somebody else better. We all want the same thing.
Let the water wash away your
No matter how old we get.
Let the fire burn away your fear.
We all just want to be free.
Let the wind blow
to express our
into
own
your life
unique
such faith
divinity.
and trust. Oh, let the earth hold you, take care of you, nurture you. Oh, the power of love is here now.
To express ourselves
Power
in every avenue that we feel called to express ourselves.
Is here to create magic on us.
And to continue expressing ourselves no matter what people say or do.
Power of now is here now. The power of you
Because it's not about
to
them.
create magic on us.
See, everyone is living their life from their own point of view, a perspective based on their own life experience. Every point of view is valid. And in order to be truly free, to allow for life force energy to flow smoothly through the body, to express and not take what other people say personally, is to do our forgiveness practices every single day.
Let the wind blow into your
When we
life
do the
such
forgiveness
faith
practices,
and trust.
we
Oh,
release
let the earth hold you,
ourselves
take
from the
care
stories
of you,
of the past.
nurture you.
When we do our forgiveness practices, we allow for life force energy to flow smoothly, not taking what other people say personally, and not allowing ourselves to take our mind even personally. We are the change we wish to see in the world. We change from the inside out. The more we do something every single day, we create new brain waves, we create a brand new pattern, a brand new operating system in the computer, which we are. And before we know it, we have changed. Repetition is the key, is the master of all trades. If we want to be different, we must implement these daily rituals, these practices of forgiveness. Forgiveness is the key to everything and anything you ever want to do in this life. When you release the blame, the shame, the guilt, the anger, it's no longer part of who you are. When you release what doesn't serve you, the stories, the memories, you become a clear vessel. In Greek, they call it tabula rasa. You become a brand new clean slate, like a white painting. The more you do your forgiveness practices, the more of a white painting your life becomes. And then you can paint anything you want. You paint yourself into being. You create yourself from the inside out. When you let go, doesn't matter what happened in the past. It's made you who you are, but it doesn't define you. You can create any version of yourself that you want. So now, I want you to bring in a vision. I want you to bring in something that you have talked yourself out of because of the limitations of your past. It doesn't have to be big. Whatever your vision is, it's personal for you. Stories that would stop you in your tracks before you even tried, but not anymore. Not after today. After today, you are going to implement a new forgiveness practice that's going to allow you to keep marching toward your dreams, releasing, letting go of all the different layers that are surrounding your identity. Because you are like an onion. At the core, you are pure, expressive, unleashed, unconditionally loved. But all the layers surrounding that beautiful core which you are the stories, the conditioning, which through the forgiveness practices, you let go of one at a time. The different layers of the onion, you release them one at a time with the more you do your forgiveness practices in order to get to the core, the essence of who you are. Realizing that the stories, the past, the opinions, the energy of other people doesn't define who you are. You are the core, pure, loving, unconditional light. You are the light. by being here today, by showing up for yourself, your operating system has been upgraded. Because you are a vibrational match now to your limitless self. You have the tools to let go of the layers of conditioning of the stories. You have your forgiveness practices. Now it's just about doing them. Just about implementing this new habit every day for yourself. Change only comes from within. And when it's mastered on the inside, it is reflected back. And when we see the life that reflects back at us, the opportunities that come, the synchronicities, and we laugh at how easy life becomes because we have done the fucking work. It's not about being anyone but yourself. Holding grudges or memories of the past, the energetic energy that is still trapped because of these unhealed emotions is preventing us from being fully present in the moment. A brand new moment is a brand new opportunity that's never existed before. And when we do our forgiveness practices, we allow ourselves to be fully present in a brand new moment. Enjoying every moment like a little kid. We live from the inside out. The sky, the rainbow, the clouds, this ground, each and every one of us right now is not outside of ourselves. We are the projections of ourselves. All we see is within ourselves. Today perhaps is the day that you make a commitment for yourself to embody this brand new forgiveness practice. And I will share with you all the songs I shared today. This is the most important practice. For all our ancestors who did not speak up, for all the past generations that struggled because they didn't have enough abundance, for all past generations who did not express themselves to the fullest, who did not feel the unconditional love. We are the ones, the light warriors, to step up and do that for all our past generations. We are strong enough to finish what they started. We are the embodiment of all our past generations. We are the strongest ones. We did not come here by accident. We have chosen this time-space reality because we said we were ready to heal ourselves, to overcome our past, and realize what this life is truly about. Self-actualization. Realizing of the self. Full expression. When we express ourselves, we feel truly alive. And the reason why there are other people created all around us is to help us realize one thing, and one thing only. Other people help us realize ourselves. They trigger us, and every trigger is a gift. We've all come to help each other grow, to learn how to connect with the inner wisdom that's inside of us that wants to unleash through different creative expressions. And I love you so, 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 so much for being here. For doing the work. Because it's not easy. Most people don't want to feel. The only way to heal ourselves is by feeling. And all the feelings are collective feelings because we are a whole universe. Inside of each and every body, there's 30 trillion cells. There's a community. We're not a single organism. And it's the same type of community inside of each and every person. And all the emotions we experience are the same exact emotions that every single person experiences. So when we feel them, we heal them. We let go of the story. We can hold space for other people to do the same because we no longer take it personally. When we feel the depth of our emotions, each and every one of the emotions on the pyramid of consciousness, we heal and we are no longer bound by the stories that are attached to that emotion from the past. So fill your own cup first. Do the forgiveness practices. Let the battery of the heart recharge every day a little bit more at a time through the daily practices until one day you feel it pouring out of you. Wow, because you realize that you have done the work. And that every word that comes out of your mouth is love. Because every person you see and every time you speak Whose reflection do you see in another person's eyes? So every word you say, who are you speaking to when you look at another person? Yourself. Other people just take things personally because they get in the way of your story, because they don't know how to hold space for you and yourself. So this is what we have to do to educate people how to hold space and to be the ones to demonstrate what it's like to speak impeccable, be impeccable with our words, to not take things personally, to always do our best. To always return home to our heart, to our inner child. We are the change we wish to see in the world. We are the change. We are the change. We can't tell people how to change. We can only be the change. And when we are being ourselves, doing the one thing that makes us feel alive, or the two things, whatever truly makes us feel alive, no matter what people say, no matter what parents say, just keeping up with what we love, our purpose, it pours out. People see it, people feel it. They notice it, and it shifts, it changes their world. Just by being ourselves, by doing our inner work, by being who we are, by trusting our own selves, our intuition. We make the world a better place. So just let that message sink in. Recognize how amazing you are for being here today. Recognize the vibrational shift that's happening in your body. Receive the download. Realize how limitless, infinite you are. How unstoppable, unbreakable you are. Because you chose to be here. Maybe bringing your legs in, maybe side to side, whatever feels good. And just come back to me, come back to a seated position, to a lotus position. Whenever you're ready, your own time. Bring your hands into a prayer position.
Much more than we know ourselves.
Mm.
And there's just so much opportunity just lying right in front of us just to love ourselves more. And to be more gentle and more graceful and more compassionate with ourselves. So definitely feel that activation. I didn't even really realize fully. I mean, I picked a topic for the exercise that was like a very profound topic for me. So I didn't even realize that I had already went through these 3 different viewpoints and understanding it. But now that I actually realize that I did that, it's good to have those different viewpoints because it's like, this is the way that we feel, and then it's just one side of the story, and we know that it's always like a completely different viewpoint when we step back and view it from someone else's perspective. And there's a lot of comfort in that because at the end of the day, it's just strips down to just like we're all just trying our best, and it's just all love at the end of it. And a lot of times we just don't feel understood, or we need to be more patient. And so thank you for uniting all of those things together. Very good time to do so. Forgiveness, very powerful. And I feel like everybody was really connecting and releasing. So I just want to say that everybody is so strong, and thank you for being vulnerable and for being here on Saturday night to actually impact our lives and make a difference. So,
Yeah.
Yay,
Yeah.
we're doing it.
Let me say something real quick. Let me say something real quick. One sec. I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you. And you touched on a point that like we really don't know the other person's story. Like where they come from. And that makes all the difference in the world. Like imagine that if we just knew what their story was and where they were operating from, then we wouldn't take things so personally because we'll be like, oh, like now I know their story. Oh my God, like they've been like in fucked up like in fucked up relationships, or they were abused, or they were beat, and now they're afraid that what I'm saying is triggering that past memory. They're triggering me in my past memory, and here we go, there's a fire, and everyone feels like it's one against the other, where it's not. We just don't know. And the only person who we can control is ourselves and our story, and figuring it out and releasing it by doing the forgiveness practice. And then demonstrating to people when they watch us doing our thing, what we did in order to get there. Like what I'm doing right now. Like forgiveness was my first step. And it's still a daily practice. I have been doing the forgiveness practices for 6 years, writing books. I have 5 books. I have 2 music albums, 2 singles, like just all kinds of stuff. But I still do the forgiveness practices every single day because I sometimes find myself still criticizing myself, thinking I'm not doing enough, or thinking I'm not making money fast enough, or blah, blah, blah. So it's a never-ending process of awakening. Just when you thought you've already forgiven somebody, there's more layers to the story. So I thank you all for choosing to do this on a Saturday night. Like, you guys are badasses. Like spiritual gangsters. Like, most of the people are out there getting wasted, let's face it. And here we are, like, pondering how to live better. Yeah. So.
And I actually found out about Ho'oponopono from Dasha's last activation in Chinu, and that has just been really expansive within just like the forgiveness realm for me. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And really just moving into this like expansiveness of forgiveness where like really trusting within the blessings that are always supporting us in our lives, and God's favor and love and protection within every situation that is always guiding us, and both people in it. So all we can do is just, even in the deepest, darkest moments, just stay strong to Ho'oponopono. Like to just be able to just stand in like complete heartbreak and be able to still say I love you and to say thank you, because we know that we're receiving everything that we need for our journey, and the other person is too, and sometimes we just have to let go.
And what happens in that moment when you recognize that you can't control the situation? Let's say somebody comes to you and they're super angry about something from the past or something that happened to them in this moment, and there's all this charged energy. The only thing you can do at that moment in order to take away that energy and dissolve it is say, I'm sorry. You literally at that second become like a parent, like a brother, like a sister, and say the words that this person has wanted to hear their entire life. You take away the charge from that energetic charge that this person is bringing to you. You take it and you dissolve it. I'm sorry. Thank you. Please forgive me. I love you. These words have magical superpowers. And that's all we need, is these words whenever anything happens. We become the parent, the brother, the sister, the lover, anyone who's hurt somebody in the past in that very moment when the person is upset about something, and we take the charge of that collective painful past and we dissolve it just with those words. They're magic. Try it. Whenever somebody gets upset about something, just say those words and watch how the charge of the energy that they're harnessing just and dissolves as they melt. Magic. Would you like to share? Thank you. Was that useful for anybody? Was that okay? Yeah. Cool.
some time ago, and I did use it during some charged moments, and it really did dissolve the scenario, and it just opens up the heart space. Those 4 magical words, so powerful when we use them. Everybody should have like an anthem. I'm sorry, it's with me. Thank you. I love you. It's my first time in one of your guided experiences. Very nice. Very nice. And you don't realize how charged you are or how much you hold underneath the surface. And then you're put in a situation where you're able to express that to somebody without judgment. That mirror, that was very, very cool. And then to put yourself into the other person's shoes, it's like, oof. And then like, look at everyone, God, you overlook me. That was nice. Because we're really cool release. You don't realize how much you hold it. Thanks. Your style and just the whole thing, you channel very beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So did everyone that wanted to share? Yeah? Do you want to share? You don't have to.
Hope you enjoyed it.
No? It's okay, you don't have to. But now I just want to introduce you guys to
Here we go.
change I wish to see in the world. I am the love. I am the light. I am all that I say I am. I believe in me. I am the creator of my reality. I am divinity, a divine expression. Of unconditional love. I am free to express my own version of divinity. I am loved. I am enough. I believe in me. That was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was lovely.
Now we dance.
That was beautiful. There are these magical words. And when you say these words to somebody, it's like you are, at that moment, their mother, their father, their brother, their sister, their child, anyone who's hurt them in the past. You say the words, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. And I love you. And you change it all around. You are literally transmuting energy, bending reality of the collective painful past.
Magic words, open your heart to the magic words. Magic words, open your heart to the magic words. It's all about forgiving, forgiving is living. It's all about forgiving, forgiving is living. I forgive you. I forgive you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I thank you, I love you. I love you. Thank you. I am so sorry. I forgive you. I love you. I thank you. Opono, pono, opono, pono, opono, pono, opono, pono, opono, pono, opono, pono.
No matter what happens, no matter what somebody says or does, feel the energy, take that energy, transmute that energy with those magical words. Allow for the heart to open. Allow for unconditional love.
Magic words, open your heart to the magic words. Magic words, open your heart to the magic words. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I thank you, I love you. Hawaiian mantra, oponopono, oponopono. Hawaiian mantra, oponopono, oponopono.